Where should I start? I guess I should start at my childhood. So when I was growing up, I wasn't living in a Christian, I wasn't living in a very religious household. I mean, I went to my grandmother's house for dinner on Sundays, and we prayed and we did some stuff. But besides that, that was the extent of my childhood with the Christian faith or any kind of religious faith. My mom, she is Protestant. My dad is Catholic. But when I was growing up, besides going to my grandmother's house, we didn't do anything. How did I come to faith if I wasn't living in a Christian faith? Or if I wasn't living in a religious household? Anyway, we'll get to that in just a second. But I just want to say that I don't blame my parents for anything like that. I don't blame them for not introducing me to God sooner. I don't blame them for just not talking about God more. I don't hate them. I don't blame them at all. But I just wish in some parts of my life that I wish I had God, or if I wish I knew I had God to turn to when I was really down, or if I was like really just anxious. I wish I had that. But at the time I didn't know, or I just didn't think I did. It started in college about a year ago, or I think a year ago. Came to faith in college. Now in college, when you leave, you go to college, obviously, and you kind of do different things, right? You try out for different clubs, you join a fraternity, or if you're a girl, you join a sorority, but you do different things. You maybe go out drinking a lot, or if you do something else. You do different things when you go to college, and if you go into a big school like Penn State with 40,000 undergrads, you're bound to do something interesting. When I came to Penn State, I joined a few clubs, I did some stuff to put myself in weird situations that I'd be able to make friends. In the end, I didn't. I didn't make friends. Nobody seemed to really be interested in me. And there was a period that I was kind of down. Now, I was happy I was at Penn State, and I'm happy I'm still here. But there was just a period where I was just kind of off. I wasn't myself. I was just down because I didn't have anybody close to talk to. I didn't have any friends, or really any friends. I would just come back to my apartment and study, or just play video games or something like that. That would be the extent of my days for the first couple weeks. Towards the end of the semester, I met a guy. His name was Eddie. His name is Eddie. I still know him. He invited me to come to Crew, which is a campus ministry on campus called Crew. CRU, not the rowing team of Crew. At first, yeah, it was just for an experience. I wanted to maybe get to know a few people, to just understand, maybe I wanted to see what the Christian faith was about. I wanted to see what the faith was about. It was, in my mind, it was just, we're just gonna read Bibles, or we're just gonna like talk about God and worship. In my mind, worship was like what like gospel choirs are. But it was none of that. Yeah, we did talk about the Bible. Yeah, we sang some songs about God and praising God, but we didn't do what I thought. And the one thing that really caught me by surprise was so many people who were so loving towards me. People didn't even know who I was. They didn't know what I've done. They don't know what I've said in my past. They didn't know what sports I played. They just wanted to get to know me and wanted to love me for who I was. And for someone like me, that really hits me hard, because not many people have done that in my life. Sure, I'm kind of shy, I'm pretty hard to like talk to, but nobody's actually gone out of their way to really get to know me really hard. And that's been really cool. And that was something I caught off guard, and it really took a toll on me. Things that I've acquired, things that I've done, things that have happened in my life, I accepted the Christian faith. I accepted God into my life. Now, what does this mean in the long run? What do I do? What do I say? Well, for starters, I've been trying to read this a little bit more, the Bible. Now, I know what you're thinking. This is massive. Is this the actual Bible? Yes, it is the actual Bible, but this is a study version. So, this is like a student English standard. It's for students who wanted to learn more. So, in the pages, there's like, I went to this. Oh, that's cool. So there's like the verses, and then there's a little thing on the bottom that says what you're reading and how you can interpret. And I'm not going to through it, but how you read it and what certain things mean. I'm not very through it. I've only read a few books. No, I've only read one book. Not even. I'm almost done with John, which is kind of long. Why am I making a video about faith? Why now? Well, right now it's finals week, and it is crazy. I was not happy yesterday. I did not do very well on my finals. I don't think I did. I was not very confident. I was confident, but I was also very stressed, and I was very not good. I think I did okay. I don't know. Having faith at this time really, really can help with a lot of people. Having faith, having somebody to talk to, having prayer with God, and that can really help somebody out. I talk to God in my room and just talk to Him, because sometimes I get stressed out. Sometimes I talk to God in a few ways. My one friend Mike, he told me to talk to God more if I get anxious, and just sometimes out loud, because it's kind of like having a friend to talk to. Like, in a way, if you don't get it, like, if you're having a hard time understanding, like, sometimes you talk to a friend, right? If you have something on your mind, you talk to them about something troubling you. That's what I do with God sometimes. Like, if I have something to talk to, I just talk to Him about it. I just say, God, I'm having problems right now. I just talk to Him about my feelings. And I'm not looking for Him to solve these problems or lift the weight off. Sometimes I am. But I also just try to talk to Him about it. During finals week, a lot of people, I feel, they put a lot of time in their studies. They put a lot of time into their work, into the lab time they do, which is awesome, because we need to do that. We need to, get a grade that we want. But sometimes I guess we're a little bit too focused in that. I know a guy I met during spring break last year. His name's Dan. I think he made the video. I don't know. It looks like he did. Anyway, I'll link it down below. It was really good because it did make me think about the things I do, and sometimes I put God aside from the work I do. And so I feel like whether you have faith in God or if you have faith in something else that you hold dear to you, then keep it with you at all times, because there comes a time where you get so anxious and you get so scared, and you worry about these little things that are so big. Like, something that's so big really is just so small, because all you have to do is think about your faith and love who you are and not worry about graduating or that grade, because you always can make it up, because you always have something higher than a grade. When I was on spring break, I went on like a trip with my crew friends, and we went to PCB, Panama City Beach, to just talk about people about their faith and get to know them about their faith. So there's a few things I learned that I really didn't know about, or it really didn't hit me till I went to PCB. There's a speaker, his name was Daryl Still. I think that's his name.
Beach, sharing their faith, seeing people come to Christ.
He's an amazing speaker, and his story was so incredible and so deep. But he said a few things that really hit me hard. He said, Father doesn't love you for what you do. He loves you for who you are. Just like our fathers, just like your birth mother and your birth father. They don't love you for what you do. Yeah, you could be a millionaire. You could raise support for a long time. You could earn a bunch of money. But it's for who you are as a person. It's for who you respect. It's who you represent yourself. It's how you are. It's who you have always been. That's what makes you loved by your parents, by your friends. It's not for what you do. Yeah, sure, I could give a sandwich to some guy and he could show me respect and love me for a person. But he shouldn't love me because I gave him a sandwich. He should love me for who I am, not for what I do. The Father, God, He doesn't love us for what we do. He doesn't love that we give charity. He doesn't love that we just do something to praise Him. He loves us for who we are. For who we are as people. And I know it's hard to understand because, yeah, some of us kill people. Some of us rape people. Some of us just are terrible, terrible people. How can he love us for those things? And that part hits me too because I don't even know what to say. But I feel like he always will love us and he always will be there for us when we are there for him. But it's not an exchange. He'll always be there for us. And I want to ask you guys if you ever had a faith. If you lost the faith, if you're gaining a faith, that's awesome. If you're losing a faith, that's not as great, but I think that there's always improvement. And I feel like if you know God, if you don't want to know God, then don't know him. Which is wrong to say, because I wish you guys know him. And I love all of you, no matter what you do or what you say. Because I love you guys, because it's not about if you believe in God or not. It's about if I love you guys. And I'll love you guys no matter what. So I want to ask you guys also to make sure you keep your faith no matter the stress of this world. Because I know it's going to be stressful. Sweet guys. I love you guys. Hope you enjoyed this video. And I'll talk to you next one. Have a good day. Make sure to watch the group chat coming on tonight. Sweet.